Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have the Midas touch, where everything they touch turns to gold? Meanwhile, you've got like the reverse Midas touch, and everything you touch turns into something like a bill. What if I told you there are two hidden forces that quietly determine whether you walk through life with the Midas touch or the minus touch? One is buried deep inside you. It's your subconscious programming that's been trained from childhood to expect lack, struggle, and just getting by. And if you think this is a stretch, just think about how many times you've had to say something like, story of my life, when the bad happens, or I can't believe it, when the good surfaces. You're not broken, you're just following an old program. I'll explain more on that in just a bit. The other is external, a system I call the payment matrix. It's designed to drain your income and keep you spinning in a cycle of debt. Now, either one of those two systems on their own is tough, but together, they form a kind of negative synergy that becomes nearly impossible to escape. Notice I said nearly, because escape is possible, but only when you learn to break free from both the programming and the system. I'm going to give you 7 Midas mindset shifts that you can use to begin to rewire your mind and your money so you can get on the path to the future you truly deserve. I'll show you exactly how your expectations of lack were wired into your mind from the time you were a child and how the math of the payment matrix is engineered to confirm those expectations over and over again. Just like awareness of your subconscious programming is required to initiate personal change, awareness of the math behind your money is required to take a strategic command of your future. And if you comment, show me the way, I'll send you a couple of resources that will help you achieve two things. First, help you identify how the money math is working against you so you can get it working for you. And second, help you actually believe prosperity is possible so you can actually begin to accept it. Up until the time you were 6 years old, your brain was being programmed by a world that teaches financial hardship is normal. It's things like stop playing and get your homework done. Do your chores. You need to work in order to pay your bills. What do you think? Money grows on trees? And those messages, when you heard them, they didn't just bounce off. Science tells us that before age 6, your brain is in a highly suggestible state, almost like a hypnotic state. So all those warnings, they became subconscious commands. Now, if you're thinking, come on, that sounds like a little much. Let me ask you something. When something good happens, like, you get a surprise refund or an unexpected blessing, do you react with, oh, I can't believe it? And when something bad happens, like a blown transmission or some kind of unexpected bill, do you say something like a story of my life or figures? See the pattern? This isn't about manifestation or some mystical new age hocus pocus. But if your reaction to the good is disbelief and your reaction to the bad is expectation, then your subconscious is wired to resist the good and expect the bad. If that's true, then your current financial reality is simply a reflection of that wiring. This is what I call the conscious subconscious conflict. And here's the truth. When your conscious and subconscious are in conflict, subconscious always wins. Dr. Bruce Lipton calls the subconscious a heat-seeking missile, constantly guiding us towards whatever it's programmed to expect. But here's the breakthrough. You can reprogram it. The moment you become aware of a belief that you didn't choose, you become the programmer. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, where you can literally rewire your subconscious mind. So if you're trying to change through willpower alone, you're basically trying to shout over a program that's been running for decades when what you need to do is simply reprogram it. And here's the good news. Change is possible, and it starts with awareness. This is why Romans 12:2 doesn't say try harder. It says be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And yes, you absolutely can begin reprogramming that 6-year-old's expectation. Just comment, show me the way, and I'll send you 2 powerful tools. First, my how much interest are you really paying calculator. This will bring immediate awareness to the reality that you're paying up to 50% or more in interest on your debt every month, even if your rates look like they're low. And I'm also going to give you the exclusive YouTube edition of my new book, Transforming Payments into Prosperity, which will help you to start believe that real financial transformation is not just possible, it's actually within reach. Now let's walk through the 7 mindset shifts that will help you break free from the subconscious sabotage that's kept you stuck for years so you can finally start accumulating the wealth you were born to steward. Shift number 1, stop expecting disaster. When good things happen, do you immediately think too good to be true, or you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop? That's your subconscious protecting you from disappointment, but it's also sabotaging your wealth accumulation. So instead, say something like, this is my new normal. This is now the story of my life. Because Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." So start taking command of your reactive thoughts and point them towards prosperity. Shift number 2, weaponize your words. Your words create your world. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Life and death are in the power of the tongue." So start each morning by saying something like, "I'm transforming my story and it's getting better every day." And if you catch anything negative about to come out, smile and just say something like, "Not today, I'm smiling anyway. I know it seems silly, but trust me, it works." Now, if you think those two shifts sound simple, wait until you see what the credit card companies are hiding in shift number 3. Shift number 3, anchor plastic to pain, not pleasure. Credit cards sold you a fantasy, beach scenes, champagne, everything's priceless. Here's the truth. Debt isn't priceless. Debt is peace stealing and future robbing. You need to change what those plastic parasites are anchored to. To do this, lay your cards on top of the statements and look at the balance and interest charges for each of those pieces of plastic. That's the real cost. And anchor that piece of plastic to that, not some fantasy you've been dreaming of. Shift number 4, visualize with purpose. Take 5 minutes a day and just picture your life with peace and prosperity. Visualize not having to make debt payments because you've paid it all off. This isn't fantasy. It's your subconscious GPS, and you need to show it where it needs to go. Now, the first 4 shifts rewire your mind, but the next 3, that'll rewire your money. Starting with choose gratitude over guilt. You've survived every day so far. Acknowledge the warrior you truly are. I mean, look at all the things you've overcome and conquered. So start your day with 2 simple words. Thank you. Gratitude doesn't just shift your attitude, it shifts your atmosphere. Shift number 6, install your ICBM defense system. ICBM, impulsive consumer buying missile. And marketers, well, they fire these at you every day. Just think about how many things you bought that are collecting dust while costing you interest. Here's your defense. Simply use my 3x3 method. If you think you want something, wait 3 days. If it comes to mind again, wait another 3. If on day 9 you're still thinking about it, ask yourself, do I really need this now? Most things you think you need now won't make it to day 6, let alone day 9. So you'll save yourself a lot of trouble. Shift number 7, have faith that actually works. Mark 11:23 says, "If you believe in your heart, it will be done for you." If your financial reality is full of lack, it's likely your heart believes that's what you deserve, and that has to change. Being aware of the subconscious beliefs you didn't even know you had is the first step and most important step that you can take. So be strong and courageous and take that step. These 7 mindset shifts, they're powerful, but if you try to visualize your way to wealth without a proven strategy, well, that's when the shift hits the fan. And that's why I wrote Transforming Payments into Prosperity. It gives you a proven strategy that works in harmony with your mindset, faith and works, spirit and structure, belief and blueprint. Over the last 30 years, we've helped over 3 million people escape the payment matrix. People like Orlando from New Jersey who said, "I am understanding the financial mindset that I need to make myself financially independent. It's life-changing." Or Darian from Connecticut who said, "Great job, Tony. I've taken my red pill. You have definitely cracked the code and I will never look at my personal finances or the financial world the same ever again." Now, with this book, I'm on a mission to help 1 million more families, and I would be honored if your family was next. The Payment Matrix is counting on you doing nothing with this information. It's betting you'll watch, nod, and change nothing. But comment, "Show me the way," right now, and I'll get you my calculator that's like a financial polygraph that will reveal the truth about your payments in a way that will blow your mind, and the exclusive YouTube edition of my new book, Transforming Payments into Prosperity, that will help you transform your expectations of lack into expectations of prosperity where they should be. You're already generating wealth. It's time you start accumulating some of it. So let's reset your beliefs, let's rebuild your future, and let's do it together. Because your story's not over, it's just beginning.